Hey guys, welcome back to ArtosisCasts. This is going to be game number 2 of a 3-game ladder series between SoMa and Rush. Hope that you enjoyed that game number 1. I really am sitting here kind of thinking about it, scratching my head, wondering, is Ensnare going to be a big part of the future of Zerg? That is actually, to be fair, right? Like, people are always asking, like, do you think scouts will get more use? Ghosts, maybe, dark archons, and just like what underused units do you think are going to maybe enter into being more highly used in the near future in StarCraft 1 pro gaming, right? And a lot of people think it's going to be Dark Archons. And honestly, I think Dark Archons are very good, and you see Best using them more and more and more, and I think that that's going to continue. But I normally say Queens. It feels to me like Queens. Like, obviously, Spawn Broodling's pretty good. Parasite's all right. And in certain situations, both of them are kind of busted when you think about it, right? Like, Protoss has no cure for Parasite, and Spawn Broodling just destroys mech. Right? It kills High Templars too. Like, there's very good uses for it. But like, Ensnare is such an interesting spell. An AoE slow that for some units, it reduces their damage output, right? It reduces their attack speed. Isn't that funny, though, that not all the units reduces their attack speeds? There's actually a Wikipedia page that explains exactly which units are slowed and which are not. But yeah, anyways, that sounds pretty damn good, and it's not really that expensive to get out. So I guess we'll see in this series, is there going to be another usage of Ensnare? If in a 3-game series we see Ensnare getting used more than once by one of the best Zergs in the world, one of the smartest Zergs in the world, that's really, really telling. So anyways, the drone comes out. SCV going to see it. This is a forward 8 racks. It's not going to have a factory follow-up or anything like that. It should just be an expansion follow-up. And in fact, you can see he runs a Marine around the drone. That is some high IQ stuff right there. So he makes it look like it's not 8 racks. And as the drone gets here, he's going to realize, oh, it is an 8 rack. So probably going to be time to pull some of these drones off. There's that bunker going down pretty far from the hatchery. Very important to have a further back one to pull back to. It kind of forces... Otherwise, the drones don't have to walk far from the hatch. But if you're making this, like, actually suddenly the hatchery is in trouble if they don't do something. Okay, so already one drone's about to fall. There it goes. But that is some excellent micro from SoMa. Losing one drone for one of the initial Marines is very, very good. And now he's going to bring 5 more drones. These 3 getting ready for a little bit of a flanking maneuver. Cannot be letting this get up. Okay, going to go up to try to kill off the SCV. Here come back the other 3. Oh my god, oh my god. Oh, this micro is out of control, man. 2 dead. 3 dead. Oh, he's gonna get a 4th. Oh. Okay, so in my opinion, without a doubt, this has become Rush favorite at this point. It actually, the micro was very good for a while, and then it just kind of didn't quite hold up. Now look, he's actually chasing really hard with these drones. He wants to kill these Marines. This is kind of crazy. He's actually going to get him, but he ends up losing like 5 drones. Oh, he wants that SCV as well. The Link can turn around at any time and kill the Marine. That's not hard. Okay, okay. And you know what? The extra pressure forced a bunker that actually he did not need, but he didn't know if more Lings were on the way. That turned out better for SoMa than I thought it would, but I still think that is advantage Rush. I would, if I was in Rush's position, I would look at this and say, okay, I feel ahead right now. So, don't know if that's the, like, the chase where he killed so many Marines and forced a bunker. That's where I feel like SoMa made up a little bit for it, because we had like a lot of Marine production. That's a very, very late command center. So, yeah, maybe SoMa kind of caught up a bit. He has almost no units. I wonder if he'll actually unload and maybe go. Because right now this SCV is running around and seeing like, holy crap, he actually has a lot of drones considering an 8 racks just hit him and killed so much. Okay, there are some more Lings on the way, like 4 more Lings just to be safe. And he does actually unload. The SCV is just going to look. He's going to go back and forth and see what's coming out of eggs. Oh. I was like, is he going to go back to his Marines here? He shouldn't. He should just turn around and go up and see if more Lings are being made. Because you do not want to lose these 4 Marines. Now, he's walking past an Overlord, so SoMa knows. He's hiding 6 Lings up top. 6 Lings, if they get on top of the Marines, will absolutely destroy. Yeah, and he actually has the 7th as well, so he's going to be able to kill these off. This was actually really, really well done by SoMa. The problem with Rush was pulling the SCV back. He should have sent it back up after he checked the 2 drones popping out of eggs here. You got to check if Lings are popping in the main as well, because if there aren't, those 4 Marines do a lot. In this case, they killed like one Ling. So now, in this new position that we have, it is my opinion that SoMa is ahead. Now, none of this is huge. There's still obviously a lot of play here, but just the fact that SoMa pulled all the way back and kept his Lings up here so the Marines way overcommitted. Really well done. Really well executed from our Zerg Pro. And yeah, now we see how Rush wants to play it from here. It is basically a 2-Rax Academy, which is just a good, solid follow-up for a weird opener like this. That Spire is a little over halfway done right now. And, well, a little bit of a move out. SoMa may go for a little counterattack there as well. Fireback going to go up and stand in that hole, so probably not, probably not. That is a perfect place to take that engage. He actually, like, there were shots being missed because he had the Zerglings exactly on high ground. Really well executed there from SoMa. Goes behind, checks if there's more units coming. There's not, so just going to kind of stay behind this Marine Medic Ball. Single sunken on the way because 7 mutas are already coming, so he should be able to have plenty to kill this off. If Rush doesn't turn around, he's actually going to be in trouble. By the way, drone up here in the top right of the map. Getting ready for that 3rd base location. On Rush's base, we do have that range upgrade as well as +1. 3rd barracks on the way. Missile turrets being started all over the place. And where are the mutas? They're about to pop. Yeah, here they are. So we have a good 7 mutas flying in, which is enough to one-shot SCVs, very importantly. Bioforce still kind of in the center of the map right now. SoMa moving his drone to a different location. Couple turrets being made over that main command center. Interesting turrets right there. I kind of like those. Help out with the ramp a lot. So yeah, he's coming in, and as the turret gets repaired, just kills SCVs. Already 3 going down. He's going to end up losing a muta here probably pretty soon. What is this? 4, 5, 6? Plus Marines? Oh my god, just destroying right now. He does end up losing a muta right there. Kills another turret. Okay, and he lost another muta there, so can no longer one-shot unless they're damaged SCVs already. He has killed a lot of workers. 25 to 25 right now. In the meantime, there is a counterattack going on. Looks like he did bust through a few Sunkens while we were watching those SCV kills. Gets into the main. Yeah, this is going to be over now because of the Lings popping out. The Mutalisk count is very, very small at this point. He is still actually microing the hell out of it and killing some more Marines. I would say it's time to fly out of here, though. Wow. That was a lot of damage. But he does still have a good SCV count overall. The fact that he still has 27 is pretty impressive. All right, as more mutas come in, like, we're starting to get an idea of what this game is going to look like, right? We have carapace upgrades on the way, which means that there's multiple ways this could go. This could go into Mass Lurker, or this could go into Crazy Zerg from here. Both seem somewhat reasonable. +1 is almost done here for Rush. Rush has an okay amount of turrets. Muta's flying around to this side. Looks like he does want to try to harass on the minerals a little bit. Going to kill a few Marines here as well. A few SCVs. Having to fly out, though. Drops down to 6 Mutalisks once again. Drone waiting in the top left now instead of the top right. That +1 attack is done. The +1 attack on Muta's done as well. Hive is on the way. So it looks like it's an Ultralisk rush. He'll be at least even upgrades, it looks like, as well, because Science Facility hasn't even started yet. So the +1 carapace should be at least lined up with the +1 attack. Muta's still just kind of dogging this Terran army. Very hard to predict that the hatchery will be here. And we do hear those scans, but right now those scans are going down over here because he's trying to check if units are being made. If you see something like this being made right now while you're on the map, you just have to walk home and reinforce. There's not another choice, because if he comes up, this is like how Sulky wins all his games, is you'll be out here and he'll just make mutilings and come in and kill everything. And when I say just, it's obviously a lot more complicated than that, but like that is a game-winning type of strategy, right? If you reduce the Marine medic count enough times, they never really hit the critical mass that they need. Okay, so Science Facility is just about to finish, as is that +1 carapace. Second Evo on the way. Ultralisk Cavern going to get started. There it is. Full group of mutas in here. Adrenal glands coming up, +1 carapace, just now finishing. Any second, there you go. It is done. 2-1 getting started here for Rush, which is actually really important. He gets the +2 attack just in front of the +2 carapace. Just seconds. So that means a lot. You don't want to have any time where you're behind on those upgrades. All right, flying in with this big group of mutas. Picking off a missile turret, getting some Marines. Taking quite a bit of damage on those mutas, though. Oh my god, he didn't start the +2 carapace. He has the double Evo and he didn't start it. Now, Rush can't tell. Sorry, I kind of was silent there for a moment, just kind of like taking stock of this weird position. SoMa's taking another base up here, by the way. A lot of drones being transferred across the map while he tries to keep Rush busy right now with these Mutalisks. 5th racks on the way. No second science or starport yet. Okay, finally gets those started, but like you can see, he had it so that it could have been lined up like perfectly. And instead, it is going to be a little bit late. So that's going to give a little window to Rush where he has better upgrades. These are things that are actually very, very important, because Terrans are very much looking at upgrades all the time, because Terran is so timing attack oriented, right? That we need upgrades to line up a lot of the times for our attacks to work. I feel like with things like this +2 carapace, it's like you have to nail this. I talk about it a lot in Terran versus Protoss, where it's like hotkey or Citadel, you need to get the Zealot legs immediately against these 5 and 6 fact plays. But I do feel like that is something a lot of pros could work on, is just nailing these upgrades. And, you know, it's literally everyone. I see it in StarCraft 2 all the time as well, where it's like, you could have gotten that upgrade a little bit quicker there. Now, that Irradiate actually getting insane value. 4 kills off of a single Irradiate. Rush right now, walking forward. He's almost at 2-1 upgrades. When he hits 2-1, that's going to be a huge power spike for him, because the 1-2 of SoMa is going to come a lot later. Now, he is killing a couple Overlords in the center of the map. That's going to be very painful. This hatchery just finished. Has some Ultras up here, but the Nidus as well, so can transport those quickly. Excuse me. Muta's still looking for some sort of value here. Ultra is really starting to pop out everywhere. Ultralisk speed on the way. Now, if he can get his 1-2 done before a big engagement happens, SoMa can win this game. But if Rush can force the engagement in like the next 30 seconds, like I think he'll be able to take it. It really all just comes down to this. God, it is actually, the Ultras count is getting pretty darn big, and that is a lot of Marines and medics. A lot. Now, he's going to go back in here. I don't know why he was walking down the ramp. He needs to go through the Nidus, and he needs... Realistically, he actually needs a flank because this area is too thin. So he needed to already have those Ultras kind of out on the map. So here comes this attack. Okay, goes in, has a Deep Matrix go off. Here come the Ultras. Ultra speed just barely not done, but the 1-2 upgrades are not done as well. Radiate goes down, and he fights him in a choke here. And look at this. The entire engage is going to be over before the upgrades. And this looks really one-sided, and it is. But actually, if those 3 upgrades are done and he flanks, that's a crazy battle. Like, it probably actually goes to SoMa. So Rush is going to be able to take this. But a lot of that does go down to just not being sharp on upgrade timings. Crazy game, though. But Rush does take the advantage here and ends up winning. So, guys, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.